Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, I wanted to show you a watch that I had as a child and bought as an adult, partly for nostalgia and partly for the looks of it. Before we get into that, though, I wanted to thank everyone who has subscribed to the channel. We now have over 700 subscribers to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you like the content you see here, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps me out quite a lot. For you and everyone else returning to the channel, today we're going to talk about the Casio CA-53W, also known as the Back to the Future watch. But we'll get into a little bit more details on that in a little bit. Now, before we get started, I want to do a wrist check. Today I have actually two watches on my wrist. The first being a Casio. It is the Casio W217H. Just a really simple digital watch that I picked up in a lot on eBay. And a watch that I have had for many years, and some of you familiar with the channel might recognize. And that is my Seiko Kinetic, model number 5M42-0B09. And this is a kinetic watch. There's a capacitor in here and a rotor in the back that charges that capacitor. So I'm wearing two watches today because I don't wear this Seiko quite often enough, and I end up with a dead battery or a dead capacitor, and I don't like doing that. So to keep it active, I wear it on occasion and give it a good little wind. So, back to the watch at hand. The Casio CA-53W. Originally, this watch was released in 1988, which would have put me somewhere in elementary school. Going over the specifications of the watch, the case size is 43.2 millimeters by 34.4 millimeters with a thickness of 8.2 millimeters. The total weight of the watch, including the band, is 25 grams. Both the watch case and the band are made out of resin plastic with a stainless steel back. This watch does come with water resistance, as it says right here. The amount of water resistance this watch has is enough for you to wash your hands and or your DeLorean time machine. This is not a digital watch to take swimming. You should also get about 5 years of battery life out of the included CR 2016 battery. The Casio CA-53W is based off the Module 438, which has features such as calculator, alarm clock. Now you get one alarm clock with this watch. Dual time, so you can set it to a world time just like a GMT watch. And lastly, stopwatch. Now, programming this watch is a little more complicated than some of the other Casios out there. You have one main button here, which is labeled C. You have a secondary button here, which is how you initiate time settings. And then anything else you need to do stopwatch-wise or calculator-wise is done off of this number pad here. Now, the looks of this watch haven't changed much over the years, but going back to my inclusion of Back to the Future, there are a lot of websites that report that Michael J. Fox wore this particular watch in the first Back to the Future movie, which is not possible. As I stated earlier, this watch came out in 1988. Filming ended and the Back to the Future movie was released in 1985. July 3rd, 1985 to be exact. Now, that's not to say that Michael J. Fox didn't wear a Casio calculator watch. He wore the original variant of this watch, the CA-50. Now, yes, I am splitting hairs because in Back to the Future 2, he was upgraded to the Casio CA-53W, which is weird because the second film also started in 1985, So he literally would have no way of knowing this watch even existed since he bounced from 1985 to 2015. So unless he picked one up in the future that just wasn't mentioned in the movie, it would have been physically impossible for Marty McFly to be using this particular model. But then again, I'm just splitting hairs. It's a great watch. It is very nostalgic. It does remind me of Back to the Future, which is why I have one and which is why I gave one to my son. You can still pick up both this version, the CA-53W, and a CA-50, but there's a slight difference in cost. While this watch is still in production and you can pick them up for roughly $22, I'll have an Amazon link in the description. The CA-50 is no longer in production, and those can set you back quite a lot. I've been looking through eBay, and you cannot find one of those for under $200 anywhere. If you're interested in more history on the Casio calculator watches and all of the watches featured in Back to the Future, I did find a website that shows the actual watches used by both Doc Brown and Marty McFly in the Back to the Future series. I will have a link to that down below as well. Also in the description below, I am going to include the owner's manual for the CA-53W so you can see how to program this watch yourself. This was just a really quick video. I had a viewer on my other channel, Reviews for Nerds, see me wear this in one of my videos and wanted me to make a video about it here. So here you are. Here's my video on the Casio CA-53W. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video as much as I have making it. My name is Bryant. This is the Last Stop Watch channel. Have a great day.